Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of House of Millennium.
Hey guys, so today we're working on my boy Rich's EG. As you can see here, he has this intake setup. It's pretty suboptimal though, because you're basically pulling in a bunch of hot air from there, so that's no good. What he's asked me to do is create an airbox. Might have to do some sort of trapezium shape, because the way the pipe is angled and the shape of the filter as well. It's a weird place for an intake, right next to the headers, you know. All right, so sick. We just finished up with Rich's new intake enclosure. So this one's pretty neat. It's a full enclosure, so all sides of the airbox, so highway patrol will never be able to dig here. This part here was actually quite hard to design, especially being situated somewhere right in the middle of the engine bay. Basically, before this, it was just sucking in hot air, which is pretty weak, man, which is really not optimal. So after building this box, we've completely sealed it off from that air. We've also ran this duct here to get as much cold air as possible for the succulent gains. Apparently, Rich has decided he wants to change the intake setup for track. So I essentially spent a day and a bit creating this beautiful masterpiece, only for him to pull it off again.
Thanks, Phong.
It's all good, man. The things I do for you. Why did you put it down there in the first place and then I built a box? Oh, at least here, bro.
No, the initial plan was to make a box so it looks OEM plus as possible. OEM plus.
Oh, then you should told me to put a Honda badge on there.
Huh? Oh, I wanted to advertise you, you know.
Should put a Honda casting on it.
Look at the engine bay now. That's your logo is actually facing towards you. It's just directly in your face.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, your engine bay is my canvas.
Today I'm going to show you how to install stage 3 headlights on a Honda Civic EK model. So first things first, open up your bonnet, locate your headlights. I'll start on the passenger side because that's the most hardest one. So pop this power steering reservoir out, locate your light. In this case, this guy already had LEDs, so we'll just chuck that out of the way. Remove the rubber grommet. Remove the actual bulb itself. With our lights, these are our stage 3 headlights. These are 10,000 lumens, rated at 60 watts, the strongest of our range currently. So to install these, disconnect this. What a lot of people don't know is this base here actually twists off for easy installation. Mind my fingers because this guy is a little bit oily. So what you want to do is grab the base of the H4, place it in the headlight, like so. Put your spring clip around it. That's it. Put the rubber grommet back on. Reconnect the driver. Make sure that's all locked and nice and tight. Now this is the most important one as well. So with the H4 LED, as soon as you install it, we have to make sure the cable is actually facing down. And let me show you as a demonstration. So we install it, and then we lock into place. So that's all locked, nice and locked in. Last thing to do is to connect it up. Now the reason why we say make sure the cable is facing down is so because this is a H4 bulb, this is a high beam and low beam lights all combined into one. So it's really important to make sure the orientation of the bulb is correct. Otherwise, if you high beam, you'll be high beaming the floor instead of like up and above. So one of my favorite features about our lights is that these are waterproof. So even though your headlights, if there may be water damage or not, these will still work even though they're completely submerged. As you can see, our lights are fully submerged and they are still working. Okay, so now that we have the lights installed, because these are reflector housings, it's always recommended that you actually align your headlights. Otherwise, you'll be blinding oncoming traffic with these headlights. So for the headlight alignment, you could bring it down to us and we'll align your headlights for just $20. But obviously, if you're not in Melbourne, I'm going to show you how to do it at home. Let me introduce you to Larry. This is our headlight alignment tool specialist, and his job is to align the headlights. But obviously, if you're at home and you don't have Larry here to assist, best to park your car in front of a wall, and you can use your headlight level as a guidance there. All right, so once you're at home and you install the headlights, you park right up next to a wall or garage and turn on your headlights. So I'm going to pretend this is the wall from your garage. Before we adjust the headlights, we're going to have to try to find the headlight adjustments on the factory headlights. So this is a different headlight, for example. So what you want to try to find is these little dials here. One, and there should be another one on here, but because this is a Xenon model, this previously had a headlight leveler. So for example purposes, grab your Phillips head screwdriver, insert it in, and rotate. We're going to do the exact same thing on this Honda Civic. One of the benefits of having Larry, we can actually see the guidance of when we're aligning the headlights, so we know exactly where it needs to go. But if you're at home, obviously you don't have access to this. You're just going to have to eyeball it and make sure it's not too high, not too low. It's just trial and error until you're happy with it.
Hey Derrick, I like your
Hi,
hair.
Janice.
When did you get it done?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah,
I got it done on Sunday. My wife did it for me.
looks pretty good. What made you want to do your hair?
I just wanted something different. So today I've done a major service on the car. So this one is a timing belt. So I've done a complete timing belt kit. Customer has requested that I use a genuine set for this one. So I've replaced everything for this.
So, what do we have here?
As you can see, this is the old timing belt stuff. So over here, this is your timing belt. This is your timing belt idlers. This is your hydraulic tensioner. This is the other idler. This is your water pump and thermostat.
So, why did you need to replace everything?
The reason why I've done this one is it's just due for a service. It has either passed 120,000 Ks or 6 years. It actually has done both. Sometimes you can just do the belt, but in this case, I've done everything. I've replaced all of these parts here, and I've done the coolant as well, and I've also done the oil flush.
So, what would you have to do if, let's say, you didn't replace it and then it snapped?
It's one of those important ones because it does drive essentially the motor together. For example, if this belt snapped on this particular car anyway, this car has an interference engine, so if this were to jump, timing, snap or break, anything like that, what will happen, the valves will actually hit the pistons and you'll have no compression anymore. So you'll need a new motor and a new timing belt. So Phong, how's things?
Dude, it's like the past 48 hours just been cooked as, man. First thing, I've noticed that my CNC wasn't homing properly.
Yep.
So then you came up and you started testing on my board and stuff, and then you shorted two of the points, and then I blew one of my resistors. So then I spent the whole of the next day driving around trying to find someone who could fix it. But everyone's like, nah,
No, we can't fix this. Yeah.
can't. Where are you gonna find that part? And I'm like, oh shit, I don't know. So I called the guy that built the CNC, and he was like, look, you can go to this guy in Hyatt. He's kind of close by, and you can pick up like a new motherboard thingy. So then I'm like, oh yeah, if I do that, you can install it. Yeah, he's like, yeah. So I go there, I pick one up, I bring it back, I open it up, and then he gave me just the shell for it. And I'm like, what the heck, bro? what the fuck? Yeah.
What the flip?
So then I'm like, what the heck, man? He's like, oh, come back, I'll give you another one. So I drive all the way back, I swap it over. I'm like, yep, this is the part. I come back, my CNC guy comes, tries to put it in. Everything's going pretty well. He's trying to get it working and stuff. And then guess what? The port that goes from my computer to the motherboard, they're inverted. So I need like a gender change for it. So then I call up that guy again. He's like, I got one, come pick it up. So I drive there again the second time to pick up the part, and then I come back. And then we put everything together, and it's like, nice. It's working. Ish. Yeah.
So what happens with the ish?
It's like, I think one of the drivers was cooked. Well, it was one of the drivers, but
yeah.
like one of my motors was making a weird ticking noise. After arguing with the guy that supplied me to the part over text, he finally agreed to swap over the driver. So then I drove there again, picked up a driver, and then reinstalled it into my machine, and now it finally works. But yeah, no, I've been good, man.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Phong came to approach me. He was like, oh, hey Derrick, so if you were me, what would you do? And I was like, just send it, bro.
So I sent it. And this is the car we just finished. Toyota Crown Athlete GRS 182, I believe. This customer wanted a full splitter kit, so he wanted a full lip kit minus the rear diffuser. So we got the front splitter here, side skirt extension, and rear pod. He specifically wanted it with a silver lining. You get it?
Silver lining.
Because it's silver line around his car. But he wanted to match the color as much as possible. And for some reason, I happen to have the exact silver that's actually very close match with his paint. So that's why it really makes it pop and it comes out really nicely. So this particular design, I didn't want to go too outlandish. I wanted to keep it nice and tight with the body and kind of following the tread with the wheels. And keeping it clean all the way around because it's a very clean car and I wanted to keep it kind of styled that way. So we wrapped everything in gloss black and then put the trim around, and yeah, I think it's one of the more unique cars that I've done and hope he really likes it. So.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. I'll see you again next week. Bye!